into my world. My life, my life, my life, my life. Do you know what it's like to be me? Do you know what it's like to be free, to be high above the sky? It feels so right to just be. I feel so alive right now. Nothing you can say will take me out. I am a queen. It's all inside of me. Step in my world and see. Step into my world. Step into my world. Step into my world. Step into my world. I am as free as I can be. No stress, no chains are holding me. I love who I am. I love who I've come to be. Living my dreams, I feel so complete. I am a part of the great I am. On my own, I will stand. Step in my world. Step into my world. Step into my world. Step into my world. Step into my world.
All right, guys, as you come into the house, you listen to the wonderful sounds of Mojo, Charlotte, North Carolina's very own. She says it, my life, step into my world. I ain't got to say nothing else. Just saying that alone right there, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. Those words, step into my world. Everybody has a world of their own. But Mojo said, you know what, guys? I'm going to throw this out here. And I just want y'all to sit back, relax, and step into my world. As you come in, ladies and gentlemen, please just state what city, what state you're chiming in from so that Mojo can know who all's listening. Where this right here is really just went out to. TC, I see you. If you will, TC, put another a message up. Let Mojo know where you are listening from so she can hear, she can see herself. My music is out there, and there's other people who love it, other than those there in Charlotte, North Carolina, who's supporting her to the highest of the highest. Terry says hello to you. She's backstage waiting on you. She's backstage waiting on you. Miss Connie B. Yeah, this is going to be a long intro right here because I'm going to have Mojo for a minute. Please let her know where you're coming from, Miss Connie B. Please let her know Mojo deserves it. She put this together for you all, for everyone, including myself. She said, yo, LB, I want you to step into my world and hear what I got to say. Guys, I ain't going to hold this up any longer. We're going to come right back. And when we come back, we're going to step into Mojo's world.
You are now tuned into Urban Voice Media.
Guys, as you can see, I'm really pumped up with this interview right here. We have the sensational, the wonderful, the beautiful, the talented, the remarkable, the excellent. I can keep going on and on, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to bring her on in here, the one and only Miss Mojo. How you doing, sweetie?
Hey, y'all. Hey.
Mojo, man, as I was telling you, I mean, you know a little bit about me. You know, I used to DJ, and man, you got people. Mojo, check this out. You got people in Wichita, Kansas.
Okay, Wichita in the house.
Mm-hmm. You got Hickory in the house.
Hickory in the house.
Hickory, Dickory, Doc up in the house. You have more people around this planet who's ready for you,
That's
my sister.
that's awesome. I'm excited.
Let's I'm gonna buckle myself down. Cause yeah, you saw me backstage. I was jumping back here, just listening, stepping to Mojo's world. The name Mojo,
Mm-hmm.
define that to us all. How did you grab that name?
It's actually really simple, and I got it from my high school chorus director. It was where I really started singing and realizing I had a voice. My name is Monique Johnson. So he simply used to write on my hall pass, I got to go to the bathroom. I need a hall pass. He kept writing Mojo, Mojo, Mojo. And I was like, who is that? Why he keep writing that? And I put two and two together. I was like, oh, Mojo. And it stuck like glue. I've been Mojo ever since.
That's awesome. That is totally awesome. Um, and you know what? I didn't catch it. The producer brought it to me, and I was saying your name, and I'm like, whoa. When we got to putting the title and everything together for the video, I'm like, she goes by Mojo. We ain't gonna tell her real name because she might not want that out there. She might just want her stage name out there. So I mean that's fascinating. So really, what you're saying is did you discover your talent in school or was it in church? At the playground.
I started singing when I was about 12. I had my first solo in church. I was 12 years old, but I really didn't get into it and really realize that I could sing for real until high school.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Awesome.
Started.
Was it somebody that said, "Hey, you need to join chorus," or you just said, "Hey, I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna give it a shot."
It was actually back to our chorus teacher, Dr. Tony McNeil, very well known, renowned, phenomenal director. He started the chorus at Olympic High School when I was there. And my mom said, you ought to try it. You ought to just go out for it and try it. And I was like, I don't know. I'm a cheerleader. This is what I do. I don't really do that. And so my mom was the one that kind of pushed me and said, you need to try it. So I did.
Awesome. People, as you chime in, please let Mojo know where you're viewing from. That will just make the algorithm for her grow stronger and stronger by letting her know where you're chiming in from. If you're in Japan, please let her know. Wherever you are, let her know where you're chiming in from so that Mojo will know how far she has a fan base that's really waiting to see and hear more from her. In reference to your first song, what was one of your first songs that you said? Now, the music that you have, let me say it this way: the music that you have, did you write it yourself?
Yes.
Okay, what was one of the first songs that you wrote that you said, "Hey, I can do this"?
Um, Probably one of the first songs that I ever wrote that probably nobody will ever hear. It was called Shorty Shorty, Shawty. And it had a very like 90s feel good type of vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I might put it out. Who knows? I was a lot younger then, but that was the first song that I wrote where I said, you know what? I might be on to something here.
Well, you know what, Mojo, go back and revise it. Bring that '90s feel to the 2020s. Because my first song that I ever wrote was called "A Real Sweet Honey." And I go back and I look at it now, at the age I'm at now. 'Cause at the time I wrote it, I was in my early 20s.
Mm-hmm.
And I look at it now and I'm like, wow, I wrote that. But I know what I could do now to, make it more to the age I'm at now if I
Right.
chose to go back and rewrite it. The first song that you recorded, what was that?
Oh gosh, the first song that I recorded. Oh man, you making me age myself. Um, First song I ever recorded. I wanted to say it was called Mr. Right Now. I want to say that was the very first song that I ever recorded. Um, it said no more Mr. Right now, looking for my Mr. Right. Like I didn't want Mr. Right now. I wanted Mr. Right like forever. So
Right.
I'm pretty sure that was the first song, if I think back correctly.
That sounds a little bit more mature though. So that must sound like maybe that was late last year, because you know when you're younger, you ain't really looking for Mr. Right. You want Mr. Right now who can buy you this.
Well, I've always had a soul. Ask any of my friends, they'll tell you I always had an old soul. So I never wanted Mr. Right now.
Hmm.
Ever. So
That's a good thing. And I'm sure you're sending some of those traits on down to your siblings of generations.
yeah, sending it down to my daughter. I'm the only girl. I'm the baby.
Hmm.
Um, but my now 13-year-old, Lord, y'all pray for me. I got a teenager now. Um, I let her see what mommy does and listen to mommy's lyrics, and so hopefully she's soaking some of that up.
Hmm. In regards to recording in the studio, is it simplistic to you just as it is for say Beyonce and the way Jay-Z does it? They can just feel it and go in and vibe it and sing the song, or do you have to write it, rewrite it, and maybe take after take after take?
I typically write it before I go there and record it at home on my little Pro Tools setup. And that has a lot to do with because I pay for my studio time and I
Hmm.
don't have time to write in there.
Hmm.
Like you need to come in, you need to be prepared. Now it may be take after take after take to get it right, but I tend to write at home.
The last time I was in the recording studio, hour it was $75 an hour. How much is it now? An hour?
$75 an hour.
Still 75.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's a good thing. It hasn't changed in almost 20 something odd years. Because whew. And and what's the when you are in the recording studio, what do you like best while you're singing? Do you put your hands in on the mixing part? Do you go ahead and pre-do things like amplify your voice, or you like to hear it straight when you are singing?
Um, I trust my engineer. Like I know what it sounds like when I like it, and I know what it sounds like when I don't like it. Like it might be too much reverb. I might say take that off because I got kind of slow wobble to my voice anyway. So a
Hmm.
whole bunch of reverb make it sound like it's doing like this.
Hmm.
I don't. Like so I do tend to get involved in the mixing part of it. Mm-hmm.
So do you work with a lot of producers, or you just set to one or two particular producers?
Right now, to one or two. I record out of audio box where
Hmm.
the band records and a bunch of other famous folks.
Hmm.
Um, and I have been working with two guys.
Okay. Now the introduction of the song I just played, is that a LP single, or is that the first single off an album you've done?
I have singles. I haven't quite decided if I'm gonna put out a project yet. I have just been doing singles. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Um, I know you are doing some performing because you performed in Gastonia last week.
I did.
Tell us about it.
It was it was very fun. It was a an event put on gosh by Luna Love. Elise Sadler is her name. It was ladies' night. So it was kind of a goddess yet grown and sexy type event. Um, the love was very real in Gastonia. I appreciate the gas house for that. Let me throw that in there.
Awesome.
Um, I was kind of nervous because that was my first time performing those two songs.
Hmm.
Um, but the crowd got into it, which helped me get into it. I had a couple drinks that helped me get into it, and it was all good.
The on the screen we have it. It says "Queen of Feel Good Music." How did you come up with that caption for yourself?
Because typically the music that I make, not all of it, but a vast majority of it makes you want to dance.
Hmm.
Um, and it just gives you that overall like good feeling. Like it's after 5, it's a Friday. I done worked hard all week. I want to sit back, relax, maybe have a few drinks, get with my friends and just chill and relax and have something that makes you feel good. Because my goal here is not to be a star. But if stardom come with it, then great. But my goal is to make people feel good because that's what music is supposed to do.
When I first heard "Step Into My World," I played it for probably, and it's just me. I'll do that. If I love the song, I will play the song for hours and hours, over and over and over. And it's not to learn the lyrics; it's just feeling the vibe.
Mm-hmm.
And my wife came into my room and she said, "Are you still listening to that song?" An hour and a half, 2 hours later. So what I did is I went to another song that you had. And when she left the room, I went back to Step Into My World. I love it, Mojo. I can't help it. If I like it, I like it, and I want more of it. And that's one thing when I see your caption, "Queen of Feel Good Music." I want more music like that to make me feel good, and that's what your music did to me. It made me feel good. People, if you will, when you come in, if you will, put a comment in and let Mojo know where you're listening from, so she can know how far that the algorithm is going to where it makes her feel good that you guys are loving her, you wanting her, and you needing more from her. Just let her know where you're chiming in from. Now,
Yep.
Mojo, let me ask you, we all go through different phases. The
Mm-hmm.
phase you are now, where with the type of music you're making now, have you always been at that position to where you're making this type of feel good music, or did you have to gravitate to that point?
I would say that it depends on where I was in my life. Like I've been through a lot of stuff. I'll just give a quick example. Like I have a song that's called Enough. I have to send you that one so you can hear it. But that song is about my trials and tribulations of being a domestic violence survivor. So that's definitely not make you want to get up and dance music. It just kind of tells my story. So it really depends on where I am in my brain mentally, depending on what kind of music you're gonna get. But like I said, the vast majority of my music gonna make you want to dance.
That's awesome. We have we have a video here. It's called, the title of it, is it Music?
Mm-hmm.
Music. Let's check that one out. I think that's a stepping stone to letting everybody know, a little bit about you. Now, was this video was music video before Step Into My World?
Yes.
Okay, guys, y'all check this out right here. It's deep, and look where look at the storyline as you listen. I know it's gonna be hard for you guys to understand when I say look at the storyline as you listen, because you're hearing this song for the first time. But if you can, while you're listening, watch the storyline on this one as well.
Music's in my heart, don't wanna be a star. Just here to do what I could and make you feel good. Music's in my heart, don't wanna be a star. Just here to do what I could and make you feel good. You ever had that one song make you get up on your feet? You ever had that one song make you tap right to the beat? I'm here to share myself with you, let you inside my world. Music is my only love, it came from up above. Feel good music, real good music. Feel good music, real good music. Music's in my heart, don't wanna be a star. Just here to do what I could and make you feel good. Music's in my heart, don't wanna be a star. Just here to do what I could and make you feel good. Come on, get funky. Come on, get funky, baby. Come on, get funky. Come on, get funky, baby.
Mojo, tell me something.
Yep.
The brother in the video that was feeling good enough to hold you, was that your producer, your the video director, or your man?
I knew that coming. That is one of the producers that I work with. He actually was the one I recorded my first song with, and he's like a BFF. No, that is not my man. He is very much married. Let me put that out there.
You know what? I like that. And the reason why I asked that question, because he, for some reason, I was looking at him. That's why I said, people, look at the storyline. He put me in mind of either an actor or the producer or something, because he knew his role. He
Mm-hmm.
knew how not to be too aggressive, to say in the video, hey, this is mine, y'all guys bet not. He knew his
Right.
role, and I like that. That's the reason why I really asked that question. People, Mojo, look at here. See that? See that? See that? See
Uh,
that? See
yeah.
that? I'm telling you, Mojo, this can't be smooth. This can't be pushed under the rug. It can't be. This right here has to be exposed to the world. And that's one reason why I said, Mojo, let's do this interview. Because it makes, when, let me ask you, how long has that how long has that song been released?
Music.
Mm-hmm.
Music came out in, I want to say that was right before Corona, so sometime in 2020.
And okay, that's a problem in Charlotte, North Carolina. All the clubs in Charlotte should be pumping that. Charlotte, what's wrong with you guys? I'm not sure if there's any clubs in Gastonia. Charlotte, what's wrong with you guys? Greensboro, I know there's clubs up there. Raleigh, what's going on? Fayetteville, what's going on? Rockingham, what's going on? Durham, what's going on? That is feel good music. You guys should be pumping that right now. And whatever social spot you got, I called you guys out. Play the daggum song. Come on, man. Quit playing. That is good music right there. Mojo, um, when I was listening to some of the lyrics of that song, it put me in mind of actually it took me back to thinking of artists from the 70s.
Mm-hmm.
The way you arrange the lyrics. Have you always been did you have to get to a point to where you could arrange the lyrics to where they 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 resonate and stick with you?
Um, no, I think that is one of my God given talents. That's what I've always been told, is that my lyrics resonate and stick.
Mhm.
I think it's just a natural, not to my own horn. I am very humble, but I think it comes from up above, like I said in the video.
I don't know why, because this is a part two question. I'm getting ready to. Well, it's a statement and a question. But when I was watching that video, for some odd reason, I was seeing Shaka Khan. Have who have you been told that you sound like, or put them in the mind of, from an earlier period?
I have been told Shaka Khan. I don't hear it, but I have been told Shaka. Um, I have been told Jill Scott. I have been told, oh my gosh, what's the group? You make my love come down. Oh, you make my love come down. Who was that?
Oh my gosh. Gosh, really, LB? You can't remember that, dude? Yes, you can. What's wrong? Calm down. I'll come back. Uh-oh. No, someone said Eve. That ain't Eve. She might have remade it, but that ain't Eve.
Yeah,
Evelyn
no.
Champagne King. That's what they're telling me.
Is it? It might be her.
Let's see. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Love, calm down.
I think it
Yep,
might be her.
that's her. Evelyn Champagne King.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Miss Connie B. Thank you very kindly. Maybe she should have been a DJ. But yeah, you know what? That's one thing, because back in the days when I was singing with some guys, one of my friend's fathers, he came in and heard us singing, and he told me I sound like Jeffrey Osborne, and I'm like, really? But at the time period, I'm 21, 22. I didn't want to hear at that time period that I sound like a grown older man. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but as I go back and I think about it now, I'm like, hey, that was kudos. I highly appreciate that now. And that's one reason why I asked you, because as I look back at it now, that's like stripes on my shirt for someone to tell me who I sound like. And I
Absolutely.
feel if no one tell you that you sound like anyone, you might not, have a resonating voice, but you have one.
Thank you.
You have a wonderful voice. Now you have another song, the intro song that we played, "Step Into My World." When did you record that song?
I recorded that song last year,
Hmm.
2021.
Did you do the video this year, or
The
that was?
video actually last year too. I just waited until it was hot because it was actually cold when we
Hmm.
did that video. And I
Hmm.
said, it really don't make sense. We out here in tank tops and shorts and whatever. Let's just wait till it get hot and then we'll put it out.
Now, in the video process, do you have your hands? Are you hands on with the direction of it, or you let the director handle how the video is going to flow?
Um, I let them come up with the storyboard. You know how they come up with the storyboard for videos. If I don't like it, I'll say, well, can we change this, that, and the third? But for the most part, I let the director be creative.
Okay. And the reason why I say this is because your look is don't please don't take this offensive. Your look takes me back into I want to say the early '90s, late '80s, early '90s hip hop era, when we had the rappers. They were rapping consciously
Hmm.
about black unity and black endeavorment, and you learning where you come from, and your look, your vibe takes me back to a soulful uh origin. it, and I guess that's the word I'm looking for, is an origin look, for black people, and it made me feel good. I, and I think that's one thing that a lot of people is going to say, Mojo, is, and it resonates with your quote, feel good music. It makes me feel good. It makes me relax. And in that first video, and that's one reason why I was asking people, just look at the storyline, because I was seeing backyard parties, over a cousin's house cookout, um, at a beach in Jamaica somewhere. Especially that scene where it was kind of night. You couldn't tell whether you were at a place like this right here, or you was at the same spot where you were early in the day at the cookout. And for me, it took me back to when I was in Montego Bay in Jamaica, and it looked like a setting there where we was outside on the patio deck jamming, to the music from the DJ. So your feel good music needs to be in Jamaica as well. Jamaica, Montego Bay, Kingston, we calling all y'all out. Play this song. Play that
Okay.
song. And the next video we put up, you guys need to play that one as well. It, as you're writing music, what inspires you to for the next song? What gathers your inspiration?
What gathers my inspiration? You mean like from song to song to song?
Mm-hmm.
Um, it really is when I hear the track, because I don't really like, how some people hear music in their head and then they go and put it to a beat. I'm the exact opposite. When I hear the music, I go with what it makes me feel like inside.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so that's what kind of drives me from song to song to song. And I try to do better than the last one. You know, uh, if something has a good vibe with folks and they really feeling it, and I've gotten a lot of streams, a lot of downloads, whatever, I'm like, okay, well, I got to do something that's gonna top that. You can't put out your best stuff in the beginning and then come back with something that's kind of weak. So that's
Mm-hmm.
kind of driving force to keep going and keep pushing myself outside of my box.
Mm-hmm. Right now, how many different songs do you have out there circulating right now?
Let's see. One, two. Enough. Keep your head up. Music. Back in the day. Step into my world. Five.
5 songs. Now,
Mm-hmm.
are they all on the Apple Music, or they can find
Yep.
them there? Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been approached by any type of promoters, any type of labels, independent labels or major labels?
I have not, but
Hmm.
that's in my dream.
Hmm.
I would love for that to happen.
What about the radio stations in Charlotte? Are they accepted to your music right now?
Um, I submitted, I believe, to V101.9. That's something I didn't tell a whole lot of people, but everybody know now, so it's fine. And I'm still kind of waiting to hear back.
Hmm. V101.9, guys, put it on. Quit playing. I'm not for sure. Is Sunshine Anderson? Is she at that radio station?
So is it that radio station?
She is at Sunshine. Put it on. I know you got a new single out, Sunshine. Put that. Play yours before hers or play hers after yours. It don't matter. Put it on.
Yep.
um, are you sitting down writing music now? You got something that you're working on right now?
I do have stuff that I work on. I'm always pretty much writing something.
Hmm.
Sometimes I get into a mood where it's just like I don't feel like it. I don't want to write. But for the most part, I'm listening to music, trying to figure out what's the next thing I can do, when the next time I can get in the studio, stuff like that. So yeah, I'm writing.
All right, let's do this right here, Mojo. Promoter called you and they want you to open up for a major artist. Or let me put it this way: two major artists. You're the opener, there's a feature, and then there's a headliner. Who would that feature and headliner be for you?
My gosh. The feature would probably be Layla Hathaway.
What?
Yes, I love her. The headliner, uh gosh, that's a tough one. I like a lot of people. My headliner would probably would be Jill Scott. I ain't even gonna lie.
Wow.
I love me some Jill Scott. Anybody that know me know I love her. Like I'd probably pass out if I met her.
You got chills going down my arm, man. I mean, you think about it, Layla, Jill, you on top, and you saying your last song you sing, before Layla or Jill comes is "Step Into My World." Oh my gosh! Unless you write one that top step into my world. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. That is awesome. Guys, I've talked about stepping into Mojo's world long enough. We're going to go ahead and play that video for you. Guys, someone asked in the chat where they can find your music. The Instagram is there. Her Instagram information is there. Her Facebook
yeah.
information is there. And the
Hmm.
Apple Music information is there as well. So you guys, we'll put it back on the screen, ladies and gentlemen, before we jump back out and everything. But right now, we're gonna play "Step Into My World." Y'all check this out.
Step into my world. Step into my world. Step into my world. My life, my life, my life, my life. Do you know what it's like to be me? Do you know what it's like to be free, to be high above the sky? It feels so right to just be. I feel so alive right now. Nothing you can say will take me out. I am the queen. It's all inside of me. Step in my world and see. Step into my world.
Mm, mm, mm. I want more.
More is coming.
We need more.
It's coming.
There's a vegan festival kicking off. I think it's next week in Concord. It's called the Vegan Vibe. Let's see, the Vegan Vibe Festival. I think that's the name of it. Have you heard
Mm-hmm.
of that?
Mm-mm.
Well, they have performers there as well. I went to it last year and it was real great. And last week I did an interview with the lady, one of the people who created that festival. Um, it'll be wonderful to have you there. And they said that they are branching out and having different genres of music to come. So maybe after the set, I can give you their information and for you to contact them, and I'll give them heads up and let them know to look for either a text message or I mean some type of message from you to have you there to step into let them step into your world there. Let me ask you, most poets will say that there's very few as far as the percentage of people who can actually grasp what that poet wrote and tell them word for word, this is what you were saying. In Step Into My World, what are you actually saying?
Um, like basically, that song is like my song of redemption. Because, like I was saying earlier, a lot of my music is driven off of what I've been through in the past. So it was just like I'm finally free. I'm not being abused. I can live my life. I got my friends back. I got my family back. So it was just like step into my world. Like
Mm-hmm,
come get some yummy goodness that
mm-hmm,
I'm giving. So
mm-hmm.
that's kind of what the song is about.
And the reason why I state that because I mean people go through different things, and it could be a person who's depressed of losing someone and saying, um, I'm um, I'm free from being depressed now. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm free from illness or whatever, and now I'm living because I've had relatives of mine who went through breast cancer and they beat it, and now they're free from it, and they can tell the world, step into my world now. I'm finally free.
Right.
I don't have to go through radiation no more chemo, and that's the reason why I asked you because I mean, it can people can receive that in so many different ways,
Absolutely.
and and,
It
and I think you're a great writer when you write things to where the reception comes from different avenues versus just straight down the line.
mhm. Yeah, I'm because the song is about it's about being free from for me, it was being free from domestic violence. Like you said, for your folks, it could be free from health issues. It could be free from financial hardship, free from anything that can hold you down in life. You just living life, you just loving it. It's just giving you everything it needs to give at that moment. You're just free.
And the lake setting really gave that song the power. I mean, because if you don't people, if you go to a lake and you can't feel relaxed and free from the city life, the work life, the home life at a lake, ain't nothing gonna help you. Nothing's gonna help you. But just that water, the trees, the wilderness, that made that video just stand up even more behind what you were saying.
Yeah, the whole concept was like I was a African girl who finally made it to America, and but yet I went back home and was telling them to kind of step into my world. That was the whole concept from the videographer. But I think, like you said, the lake scene just really it's free. Water is free flowing. You can't capture it.
Mm-hmm,
Put it in the
mm-hmm,
glass, but it's still free flowing. You cannot pick up your hand and
mm-hmm,
hold water. So it's
mm-hmm.
I get chills.
I heard that. I heard that. Mojo. Now, is there a projection date for something new coming out, or you just sitting down in the studio working things out now?
I'm just kind of sitting, working things out now. Honestly, I try to do at least one big project a year, and I haven't done anything for 2022 yet. Step Into My World was the release, but I have, I would say, what's this month? May. Look for something around August.
Awesome. Will you come back to the roundtable session and give us an exclusive?
Absolutely. I would love.
Awesome. Awesome. Mojo, I enjoyed you coming. I most definitely enjoy your music. Would love to see more from you. We're working everything out to maybe where Up One Entertainment can do some things with you. And most definitely, I'm going to, if you will, just hang backstage. You know, once I let you go, hang backstage for a moment, and I'm gonna give some information over to you to where we would like to see you over at that Beacon Vibe, because what it is, it's every I think it's every Sunday starting May next Sunday all the way to August.
Okay.
So it's every Sunday, and I think it's from 1 to 7. So and I'm not sure of the time period, but last year I didn't get to see any there was 3 different white bands that played there, but I didn't see any black bands playing there. So maybe that'd be a great thing. I don't know if they got any black bands playing this year on the roster or not, but maybe that'd be a great thing if they can pick you up and have you there, because it's a wonderful thing, and it's not just for vegan food. It's a little bit of everything there. I mean, you name it at a festival, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
All the way to a car show, and that was phenomenal. You know, the brothers brought out the nice cars and showed them off and everything. But most certainly, Mojo, um, once you do your pre-release, if you will, come back and give us an exclusive, we'll be more than happy to sit down with you and let everyone hear it first here at the Roundtable Session, Urban Voice Media.
Absolutely.
All
Thank
right, all right, ladies and gentlemen, if you will, please go to here it is right here, the places where you can go and check her music out. It's she's on Instagram, Facebook, Apple Music. Go check her out, ladies and gentlemen. It's right there on the screen. It's music.apple.com/US/album/music space single 123. I can't get the numbers out of my mouth fast enough, but you get it. It's on the screen. If you don't get it, rewind it back, play it over and over, just so that you can watch the videos and everything of Mojo's. Check her out, support her, get the word out there, share this video so that others can see it, and really so they can see a little bit in depth as to what Mojo is about, who she is, where she come from, what inspires her to do the music that she's doing. And if you have something that inspires you, hey, maybe send her a message on Facebook or Instagram and say, hey, Mojo, this is inspiration to me. This may be a great song for you. You never know. She might pick it up. She might throw your name inside the song. Who knows? But until y'all see us next time, y'all stay good. Y'all stay right. And check this out right here.